Have you ever wondered what bees do apart from buzzing around flowers and occasionally giving us a painful sting? Welcome to the buzzing world of bees, a world that is far more intricate and crucial than you might imagine. These tiny creatures are not just honey producers, but diligent workers that keep our ecosystem balanced. Every day, bees engage in a multitude of activities. From their morning flight to their evening return, they are in a constant hustle. Their work involves more than just nectar and pollen collection. They are nature's little messengers, transferring pollen grains from one flower to another, enabling the magical process of fertilization. Bees are more than just insects. They are the unsung heroes of our planet. Their tireless efforts not only contribute to the beauty of our world, but are also essential for our survival. So, let's explore beyond the buzz and the honey. For such small creatures, bees have a massive role to play. Brace yourself to dive into the buzzing world of bees. You may have seen bees hovering over flowers, but have you ever wondered why they do so? Our buzzing friends are not just frolicking among the petals, they are on a mission, a grocery run if you will, collecting nectar and pollen, their primary sources of sustenance. Nectar, that sweet liquid deep within the flower, is a bee's main energy source. They suck it up using their long, straw-like tongues, known as proboscises. It's like drinking a high-energy smoothie, providing the fuel they need for their industrious day-to-day activities. But what about pollen? Well, pollen is to bees what protein is to us. It's vital for their diet, especially for feeding their young. They gather it on their legs in structures called pollen baskets. It's quite a sight, seeing a bee return to the hive, legs laden with golden granules. So, when bees visit flowers, they are essentially doing their grocery shopping. It's a crucial task, not just for their survival, but for ours as well. Bees don't just collect nectar and pollen for their consumption, they are also the messengers of love between flowers. As they flit from bloom to bloom, these industrious insects play a crucial role in a process called pollination. Picture this. A bee lands on a flower, attracted by its vibrant colors and intoxicating aroma. As the bee rummages for nectar, pollen grains from the flower's male parts adhere to the tiny hairs on the bee's body. Later, the bee visits another flower, perhaps of the same species. As it probes for nectar once again, some of the pollen from the first flower rubs off onto the second flower's female parts. This transfer of pollen, friends, is the very essence of plant fertilization. And who do we have to thank for this? Our buzzing little friends, the bees. Without even knowing it, bees help create new life, acting as nature's little matchmakers. From the flowers to the beehive, the journey of nectar is a fascinating one. It begins when our diligent worker bees collect nectar from flower blossoms using their long tube-shaped tongues. This collected nectar is stored in their special stomach called the honey stomach, where it mixes with enzymes that transform its chemical composition and pH, making it suitable for long-term storage. The bees then return to their hive, where they regurgitate the nectar, passing it along from bee to bee. This process further breaks down the nectar, converting it into honey. Once this transformation is complete, the bees store the honey in honeycomb cells, which are sealed with a layer of wax to keep it fresh. This sweet golden liquid serves as a vital food source for the bees, especially during the harsh winter months when flowers are scarce. Next time you enjoy a spoonful of honey, remember the hard-working bees that made it possible. Bees do more than just produce honey, they play a crucial role in our survival. These tiny, buzzing marvels are, in fact, the unsung heroes of our ecosystem. The nectar and pollen they collect not only serve as their food, but also initiate the vital process of pollination. This is nature's way of fertilizing plants, leading to the growth of fruits, vegetables, and nuts, our main sources of dietary sustenance. However, the bee population is declining at an alarming rate. This loss, if unchecked, could have a devastating impact on our environment and food supply. Imagine a world without apples, almonds, or even the honey on your toast. A world without bees would be a world with a severely compromised food chain. So, the next time you see a bee, remember they are not just buzzing insects, but heroes of our ecosystem. Their tireless work keeps our plates full and our world blooming.